live spontaneously. Yes, I'm in my car. It's curious if anybody would hop on. I just wanted to answer some questions, if anybody has any. Oh, and for anyone viewing this later, be sure to like and subscribe. Anybody new, make sure to leave questions in the comments, and I will catch up and answer them later. I'm going to start going live a little more frequently since I got more time. Lost my job. Fun stuff. But you know what? I see that as a positive instead of a negative, because that job was definitely very on the negative side, and it wasn't helping me expand. I have the universe guiding me and all sorts of wonderful beings, and it was for the better. It was for the good of everyone. And well, especially myself. It's like instantly, as soon as I lost that job, I literally, like, everything felt like freedom. It was amazing. I just thought I'd bring clarity to a bunch of questions. Sorry, the camera might be a little jiggly. Anything you want to know? I got star beings that speak with me. I was going to do readings tomorrow while my kid is at my dad's. I'm still at my dad's. Just chit-chat. Thought I'd go live. I just wanted to talk about crazy stuff going on, and I want to definitely bring up energy. I wanted to definitely talk. I'm going to wait till some people pop in, though, because I don't want anyone to miss this. I just wanted to explain the connections with an energy that a lot don't understand, because since I'm sensitive to all energy, I can pretty much feel just about any type of energy going on. So feel free to say hello. Hopefully I can see the chats coming in if anybody's commenting. Please comment so I know I have my chat on. So this is the first time using it like this. It's kind of odd, actually. Usually don't go live like this. Highlight. No, we don't want that. Let's see, what is this? No, I don't need. I'm just in my car. I'm just playing with different screen things here for a second. Oh, hi, Arizona. Though I spontaneously lost my job. That's okay. It was for the better. I'm definitely sure it was the universe telling me I was done and there was better for me, and it was helping me out, actually, because now I got time to clean my house properly. I got time to get things done. I got time to do things that make me happier, and I'm pretty sure it was like a forceful thing in a positive way. Because I should be doing lives like this, and I should be helping people understand the energy and understand questions and understand a lot going on. And I just wanted to remind people to be mindful of others' energies. I mean, there's so much negative going on. Try to be more positive, because it definitely clears and cleanses your area the more positive you are, too. A lot may not understand that you're actually transmuting bad energy into positive, so sometimes it can feel extra terrible, but you're actually transmuting that. You're getting rid of that. So try not to be so hard on yourself, and well, in the energy entanglement, a lot what don't understand. If you want to be vindictive, I want to talk about the crappy side for a minute, because I think people more need to realize this. The more vindictive you are and curse other people, and the more negative you are towards other people, you're in their energy. You're thinking of their energy. You're going into their energy field, and you're actually pulling in. So if you're messing with someone at a higher level, and I'm not meaning specifically me either, this is a general speaking and general thing I've learned, that you don't necessarily know who you're dealing with, and so you should just be more positive and mindful anyway towards others. And we're trying to bring in more love and light. And I just wanted to remind others that when you're negative and messing with someone else's energy, you're also going to end up dealing with everything they pull in. So let's say if someone has a problem with ETs bothering them all the time, like on a negative level, so will you. You will start increasingly expand faster than you're meant to, and you're going to break yourself. You're going to hurt yourself terrible. You're going to lose your humanity the worse you get. I mean, there's far worse out there, so it's best to just stay positive and try to work on yourself. And don't worry about others. So many people are way more stronger than they realize, and if you would just do your inner work, you would get far past so many others anyway. So why would you sit there and worry about someone else in the first place? That's why I try to raise the vibes and just try to be positive and help people through all their stuff and help others through their situation. And it's easier to be a vibe raiser than a downer. Because we don't want to be low level people. And trolls, negative trolls, more the merrier. Just bring it on. I'll transmute through that. I don't care. It's not going to bother me. It just gives me more views and more people will see it. Thank you. Much appreciated. So I'm going to be doing lives tomorrow. I usually do tarot reads, but I wanted to just bring a few things up while I'm here before it gets too late so I don't lose a bunch of people. I was hoping to get enough people in. I know a lot of people are probably burnt out and tired from watching a lot of Rob, Typical Skeptic podcast. I speak on there as well if you want to check him out. I don't know how to quite use this thing to like add and pin stuff, but I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. Figure out how to change it and go live from my computer instead. But I just thought I'd jump on here real quick. I guess that's what I get for being really fast. Figure things out. Let's see. Chat filter messages. Nope. So bear with me. Anyone have any proper questions instead of being rude, though? I could use that. I'll answer whatever. Hello. I guess going randomly live, I'd get more than subscribers on here. I didn't think of that either. I was hoping for a bunch of my subscribers to hop in, but it might be too late for a lot of people. I tend to be up really late. I tend to connect to a lot of things. I'm like, kind of like a night guardian, you would say. I do more with the moon energies and then sleep more during the day. Of course, now I got to change that since I lost my job. I'm going to have to work on all that fun stuff. But in the meantime, I'm going to go live a little more often, go on other people's podcasts, join other people talking, try to get all this information out. More of this information is like on a spiritual level. A lot probably don't understand. I'm just realizing anybody new hopping on that's not really into the spiritual, who knows, maybe some of this will resonate with you even. I mean, there's so much changing and so much going on, and the upgrades and the energies increasing, the frequency vibes. I mean, everyone is starting to tune into something going on. Realizing the sun is activating stuff, and the sun, those solar flares are really glitching out stuff. And actually the sun itself is like an upgrade, raising the frequency. It's trying to, every time the plasma ejects from the sun and comes to earth, it's actually cleansing the earth and trying to remove all the bad energy. And if you think about it, okay, let's see if I know how to do that. Give me a minute. How do I do explanation? How do I do that, Raven? Let's see, author. No. Oh, this is weird. I'll figure it out in a second. Oh, there we go. I just had to scroll down. There you go. I trust you, girl. Thank you. I can help remove all the ones with funny comments. I really don't care, but that just shows their IQ level. It can't be negative all the time. You gotta be positive. Although I tend to be more positive than negative. I'm definitely on the extreme positive side. Even losing my job, it was a godsend because I was working too hard. Thank you. I just wanted to just have a brief chat before I head home so it's not too late. Because I was going to do a live late too, but then I realized that majority of the ones during Rob's lives and checking out all the other YouTubers are usually in the earlier afternoon and not really late. So if anyone has any comments or questions, feel free, and you can leave questions later too, and I'll get back to them. I'll answer them in my next live, which I plan on going tomorrow because I'll have a break for my kid. She'll be at my dad's, so I'll have some free time so I could go live for quite a while and read the cards. I have an Oracle deck. I'm not really much of a tarot deck reader. I do more of Oracle because I like to be more helpful, and even if a few negative things pop out, there's always an added bonus of assistance and how to deal with it, and I love cards that help people. Oh, thanks, Arizona. I just want to help people, man. There's so much going on, and it's hard to get through this. There's so much energy entanglement, and people don't realize the true power of their thoughts and energy, and really your thoughts go on your energy too. I mean, your energy you put out, your thoughts are with it. It's like a combined force, and people don't realize it. That if you're sitting there having a jealous moment with somebody, you're actually like reflecting that back at yourself. And sometimes it's a good thing because the jealousy gets you to work through it, and so you don't need to be. I mean, a lot of things are reflected that you got to work on to cleanse and let go and clear, and you don't need that energy. You don't need all that. There's so much mind manipulation going on. So many frequencies, it gets everyone confused. And I think sorting through that is the hardest part. There's so much manipulation and mind play going on. So many illusions to get through. And I just took a few pictures too. I'll post later of some orbs in the sky that are pretty fascinating. I took pictures too. Usually when I take pictures, I'm able to like pull more in depth through the dimensions, and I get more dimensions on what I'm taking pictures of. That's pretty neat, actually. That's how I get pictures of my dragons too. And I get pictures of dragons, and well, I get pictures of other things too. I got pictures of a fire gnome once, unless it was a dragon being funny. But I really swear, I think it was a fire gnome. It was pretty cool. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Like, no wonder I'm so warm. Because a lot of energy affects me from different beings, and I don't understand it totally. And the more sensitive I get, I'm starting to filter it out better. I'm getting there. I've come a long ways to... And that's why they say no fear. You can't fear what you don't understand. Because then you don't get nowhere. You don't figure it out. You have to learn your discernment. That's what it is. It's not supposed to be fear. It's to teach you discernment. And you got to sort through what scares you and release it. You got to figure that it's like a mind block. You're blocking yourself from learning. Now, there's so much more to all this energy and all this information than anybody will ever let you know. So you got to really work within and do it yourself. I've been doing it myself. All these people hypnotize you and hypno this. And how do you know they're not using your energy against you? How do you know they're putting images in your head? I mean, I'm not saying that to be negative either. I'm saying that as to be cautious. You just have to learn to do it yourself. It's fine to get help once in a while, but you can't forget yourself. I mean, not everyone will have the answers for you because everyone's energy works different. Everyone works on a different perspective, a different level, a different in-depth. There's so much different. Oh yeah, why you don't allow others in. And precisely why I don't either. And if they do, it's because I'm working with them and trying to help them release what's bothering them. I mean, I work with dragons, and the dragons try to help me understand who needs help the most and clear that and cleanse it. And I'm reflecting a lot in chat, actually in Rob's chat. I'm reflecting a lot of people, and I know some of them might get agitated and grumpy and don't understand, but they're working. They're trying to do things. They're trying to help people release all that. It's not to be negative, and I block a lot too. I help a lot of people in different chats. I try to block all that negative energy and transmute it. It gets pretty tiring because so many people have so much baggage. They don't realize that their thoughts can hurt other people. I mean, we're powerful beings, and just being in someone's presence can be hurtful if you're not, mindful of your energy and not mindful of your thoughts. You can actually damage people, and I don't think they understand that. They're so worried about so many things that are distracting that don't mean a squat. I mean, I don't know. I prefer to worry about myself and nature. I mean, nature's all around us. Nature, like rain. Who wants to be caught out in a rainstorm? You're sitting there worrying about so many other things. You're not even going to be prepared. You're not going to be ready for anything coming. You're not going to be awake to something really bad. I mean, I know it seems kind of far-fetched, but if everyone paid attention to their surroundings better instead of this device, instead of this phone, or instead of everything else, and more intuitive, you got to get your intuitive back. You got to be able to decide. I mean, driving would be safer. Everything around you would be 10 times safer from each other if people would just be mindful of other people. I mean, mindful of others. And I don't say that in a negative way. I see that in a positive. Try to be more positive the way you view the world. Try to be more positive in everything you do. I mean, just change your perspective, even just a little, to let a little in and realize, oh, that's not evil. Oh, wait, that's not actually that bad. Wait, if I do this, I can do that too. You have to try stuff. You have to go do things you never done before. You have to release those fears and get over yourself and get over everything. I know it can be hard, but you can do it. We were put here for a reason. We can do this. I mean, I just want to empower people. That's what I want to do. Even though I'm in my car, but I definitely want to do a good card reading, a collective reading tomorrow. I want to help people realize their light within, and instead of being so hateful towards other people, stop using magic against people you don't even understand your own gifts. I mean, it's quit. Some of it may even be a learning process for some people too, but it's you can't just sit there and just attack people. I mean, if you think about it, I've even done this, and this is because I'm mindful of what's going on in my circle. Not all the time, I'll admit that, but I was sitting there suddenly out of nowhere being really, really negative. And I'm just wait a minute, why am I being negative? Hey, and I realized it was this grumpy dragon that was being grumpy. Or there's thought entities that subconsciously hang out in your mind. You can even have a negative entity or bad energy in your head. You can have manipulation. And think about it this way. I just came to this conclusion myself today. We're such high, powerful light beings that sometimes you're actually destroying those bad thoughts already in your head. You're already destroying that negative energy or that bad thought, and it's just stuck there. And so you're getting the sense that something bad is happening. This is what discernment did for me. I actually took a handful of salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. Kid you not, I took a handful and I put it on my head and I held it there with my positive energy on my other side. I'm using the wrong hand, but I was doing that with my other hand. I'm holding the phone. But I was doing it with the other hand, and I was clearing that energy, and I could feel it. But see, I can feel it because it makes me burp. It's like a confirmation because I'm transmuting it. Transmuting is releasing the bad energy into positive, and that's what I do as a confirmation. I'm not sure how other people realize it. Maybe it's like a lifting or suddenly feel clear, but you can clear yourself just like that. I learned that today actually in the shower. As many times as I've been cleansing and clearing, I just totally removed my own negative energy right from my head. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but that's what you can do. And you want to work on your heart chakra? I literally took a handful of salt and held it to my chest. And I sat there and I closed my eyes and I said, and I was thinking to myself, cleanse and remove bad energy, cleanse and remove bad energy, cleanse and remove bad energy, cleanse and remove bad energy. And before you know it, you're clearing your own heart chakra out as well. There's multiple ways to remove bad energy. Frequency music helps, the proper frequency music. Don't pay for nothing. Frequency wise, I literally go on YouTube and I look up a frequency that works directly with frequency. Oh, that sounds funny. How do I explain it? It's like a specific frequency that I know that's higher than 432. 432 is actually low. We're actually high dimensional beings, and higher frequency helps clear things that are stuck a lot better. Occasionally the lower frequencies can help too, but we're trying to raise the bar and do higher vibrations, and so higher frequency works better for me, but it might be different for everybody. You might have to gradually work yourself up, and I wanted to talk about that tomorrow too, a little more depth and in detail, clearing out your chakra system. It's a extensive process, but I've been doing it for 2 years and I haven't stopped. It's a constant process. And I can tell the difference between the negative and positive better, but it's still discernment for me too, because I can sense everything. So for me, it's just as hard as someone else that can't feel any energy as it is for me to feel all of it. So yeah, I've had to work just as hard as anybody else, but I'm getting through it, and so can you. It's not like you can't. You just got to get through so many obstacles and have more faith in yourself and just do it. There's so many out there gathering around, just connecting with other people, just trying to raise their vibrations and help each other out. It's amazing. I mean, Rob has a few negative stuff going on, but every place does. But we're working past that, trying to educate others and clear everything. That's a great podcast to go check out too. And then there's multiple others to check out. Hi, Puck. Hi. I just want to, go on touch on the chakra system a little bit. It's really a process. I mean, I missed you. I was gonna say hi. I was gonna quick do a live and then get to you actually. I just had to clear my head, just losing my job, and I just had to take a break, and it was like a weight lifted off me. I instantly felt freedom. I went, whoa! It was like freedom. But now I gotta do all the hard work of all the paperwork and everything and get all my odds and ends connected and everything together, which I'll start Monday. I think right after was like a process. It's like a letting go process, and that's still letting go and clearing and cleansing. I'm still getting rid of all that, and I slept a lot more too, catching up, and it literally allowed for a higher expansion as well. My mind just expanded further because I could relax and finally allow the energy more with less stress. And stress really does play a big role. If you're not happy in your job, I'm not saying automatically quit, but this is it. This is the tipping point. There's bad shit coming. There's bad stuff coming. You want to let go of as much as you can right now, and just and that's not to be negative either. That's to help you prepare for anything coming. That's to help you understand that you can change things. You have the power to change within you, and not anybody can do that. I can help free blocks. I can release barriers. I can help you out. But if you're not ready and you don't go through the proper training, you're going to hurt yourself. And that's why I'm going to talk about the chakra system tomorrow. Hi, Grandmaster. I was going to bring up the chakra system in details tomorrow and explain more about how the energy works and everything and crystals. And I was going to, go in depth in that tomorrow. I just really want to be helpful and help people understand this. Everybody seems to have a hard time. So I'm getting a handle on it a little better and think I can assist more now. Because I was there doing it for a while and then I got stuck in my job. And see, that's what I'm trying to get at. If you're stuck in a job, the money isn't worth it. If you're constantly stressed out, my house was falling apart. Everything was falling apart, even though I'm super positive all the time. It's not like really bad. I mean, I'm not being that. I'm just exaggerating, but I'm just trying to say, if you're not happy where you are, you need to find where you're happy. You have to find your heart place, because that's where it's at. That's the starting block, is your heart chakra. If you're not happy, you won't be happy, and it'll be twice as hard to clear up your chakras, clear up your system, clear you up. You got to find things that make you happy. I'm going to do more lives and do my card drawings and figure out how to post my stuff for donations. I don't know how to do that either. This chat, this live version is way different than I'm used to be honest. So, because I was going to put donation in there, because I'm trying to save up to hopefully get my car fixed before I got to move to Tennessee at the end of next month. Not this month, but next month. I'm hoping to move at least then, because someone wants to help me out and stuff down there, but I got to do all the work and make sure I can connect all the dots and get everything squared away first before I go. I always like to be prepared. But I definitely want to get out before that election stuff happens, and I don't even want to really bring that up, but I don't talk about that very much because it's like a circus show. I just don't even pay attention to it. It don't give energy to it at all. I try to be neutral about it because it just brings in bad juju. It's nothing but bad. We're trying to free ourselves from that type of mentality, not put ourselves back in there further. That's just my opinion. I want freedom, like real, true freedom from all of it. And too many people just get dragged in and talk about it. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. We're better than that. We're higher up than that. We can let it go. We can break that. Oh, your brain needs a break from being tormented. I know. People can be terrible on other people, which is sad because I forgive everyone. I honestly do. I forgive. I send out forgiveness, my greatest superpower of all. Forgiveness to all who done me harm, done me wrong. Because in the end, they don't know what they're doing. Majority of them don't. And then you think they do? No. There's so much mind games at play, so much dimensions within dimensions, realms within realms, so much constantly going on, you really don't know. And that can come off as negative, but actually it's just, you can make that positive. You just clear it all, forgive them all, just let it go. Don't sit in it, don't hang on to it. It's freeing, it really is. You just cut that cord, cut that connection, and be like, I forgive you, but I don't have to be in that energy, and I don't have to stay connected to that energy. We're all connected anyway, but you don't have to be directly connected to that yucky energy. You can block it, let it go until they heal. And just give them positive vibes when you need to. So, because they just need time to cleanse through their crap too. Let's see, I forgive everyone too for that, because everyone is working on each other. You can't just sit there and be mad because this one does this and this person does that. Because in the end, they're all working on it. And some just need help. Some are worse than others. really, it's honestly just a cry for help. It's hard to believe anything is real anymore. Oh, I know. Oh, don't give up. Oh, night, night, Arizona. Thanks for stopping in. I just wanted to get a bunch of stuff off my chest and go live longer tomorrow. I just want to be like a help and help others see that there's more to everything than you see. Life is superficial until you dig deeper and try to free yourself of it. I know the disability advocate tried to help and just messed around too. I know. Well, keep faith. Hold your faith. Hold your faith. The universe is helping when it can. I learned that losing my job, because actually that gives me a ton of open doors to try. So many things to work on. Maybe I could even do readings and other stuff for people. There's a lot of things I haven't even tapped into that I can do. And yeah, I was told I need to be more creative and actually tap into my creative side and do more. So I might give that a whirl too, because there's things I could make and put energy into it and then sell it on Etsy. I can do that because I saw a lot of people doing like magic wands, and I definitely wouldn't sell it that expensive either. I'd keep it affordable because everyone's having a hard time. I'll sell it for just enough to make a little bit. I'm a giver, so I'm gonna do just enough to help me, but make sure someone else can use it wisely and make good of it, even if it's just trying something new. You see the Elf Garden Light Fairy house? I think I did. Oh, that was amazing. You make cool stuff. You should sell that stuff. You should sell that stuff. It might take a while sometimes to find a certain buyer, but you never know. Some of that stuff is really cute. Oh, you're going to run over there? That's fine. I'm probably going to end this live in a little bit anyway. Come on, Puck, you can do it. You're an inspiration. I want to start making stuff like that. Because I can make stuff with crystals that'll benefit a lot of people and share how to use it correctly. And I got to start doing what I was put here on earth to do. Help others heal and wake up. Break all curses. We're the year of breaking general curses. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, well, thank you for listening. If you want to ask any questions or add anything, I'll add more to it too. But I'm just about done here. I got to get going home myself. Got any questions anybody want? Hopefully this stays live as a video too or something. I'm not sure how it works, but hopefully other people can view it too and it just doesn't live and just disappear. Because I would like to save it for more people to catch later. I just want to be inspirational to give information. Help others struggle with the energy stuff that are tuning into their spiritual side and want more help. It's a hard road, but it doesn't have to be that hard when you understand it. So we're the way showers, the ones that are gonna help others learn how, I hope. I hope. Because that's all any of us want to do is bring people together and quit being scared of their shadow and quit being scared of everything. And that's another thing, shadow work. See, you're scared of your own shadow. Kind of ironic, really, if you put it that way. That's what they are. They're literally scared of that shadow that's attached to you. It's duality created when we fell down the hole. It's time to raise ourselves back up. Quit being so hard on ourselves. We put ourselves in it, we can get ourselves out, right? Don't forget that. We're strong enough to F up. That means we're even stronger to get ourselves back out. So, I'll just start with the chakra system, the basics. There's basic 7, and you always want to start through the root. The grounding root chakra is your anchor. You need that anchor to hold you in. And so many people with abduction, sorry, my lips are dry. I should have took something to drink. But abductions mainly don't quote me on it because everybody's different. Maybe how you're grounding, but for my personal experience, unless you're meant to, you're less likely, not completely, but the more grounded and solid you are, the less likely you could be abducted, because you're making it easy, not grounding yourself, for them to just whoop, pull your consciousness right out. Sometimes they still can, but you know, that grounding is seriously important for your energy core as well. It's important for all the energy coming in, that you don't boot yourself right out of your own body too. Well, that's what grounding is for. So you stay in your body when all the heavy energy is coming in. So you know how many people might just whoosh when a big energy wave hits? Do you ever think of that? I don't think anybody has. So you have to cleanse and heal, and a lot of you might need to just do it from scratch. But meditate. There's frequency music to cleanse. There's crystals that help with grounding. There's multiple things to help you, and I'll look into that more thoroughly as well as to exactly how that works. But because I energetically feel it, I go by how it feels through my body and all my energy, because I can transmute it out, so I know I'm clearing it. So some people just got to work a little harder at it than others. So you just want to get started with your ground. Get yourself anchored in really well. And then you move up to the orange one. The sacral, I can't pronounce it, but sorry. Then it's the yellow. I just call that one your sun, because that's your sun core that connects you to the sun energies. That's the real important one that's bringing in everything. The sun center that goes up to your heart chakra. Your heart pulls it down, and then, vice versa. It actually goes up and down once you get everything unlocked and cleared and cleansed. You don't like the sun. Well, see, you might work better with the moon energy, the reflective. But you can work with both once you clear enough out. That takes a while. But that's what I was doing. I'm duality. I work with both energies. That takes a while too. Well, so you get that. Let's see. You get the sexual, the yellow one, and then you want your heart, and then the throat is actually really important right now for speaking. That's what I've been working on too. Mine's actually been increasing in strength because of my speaking. And you want to really get your throat chakra going, because that's got your thyroid around that area. It's got a lot of stuff in that area that actually is helpful to keep you balanced. So you want to heal all that to maintain your balance. And then you go up to the crown chakra. Now that's where all your information starts coming in. That's where you get more of your higher energy that actually works duality as well, both up and down. It can work to help clear and cleanse the rest of your chakra out as well. You pull in that, but most of all, your heart. You got to clear out your heart chakra. That's your main point, because your heart is love, and love is the highest frequency, and that's the first thing that will upgrade more than once. You'll be able to feel it. It's like sometimes they'll get a sharp pain in your heart. It's because it's blocked. And when that high, heavy energy comes in to unlock it, sometimes it can hurt. And some people will misunderstand it as like a heart attack or something. But then once it's lifted and clears that, it's a lot lighter and you feel better. And so there's stages to all of it. And so there's a lot of frequency music on YouTube. You can actually look up that will help you with it. You can tune it and align it. There's a lot of different things, and I can post all that in the community chat, and you can all check it out. jump in my community chat when I start posting all the frequency tunes and help you out, because I can physically feel the difference myself in the energies. So I'm tuned into it and I can measure what it's doing. And so I could find the right ones that will help. But then again, everyone's different too. So certain ones might take longer to work with. You can ask your guides directly to assist through the frequency and make it stronger and apply it where it needs to go. That's probably what I'm doing with the dragons. The dragons are probably directing all that frequency where it needs to go. So if you're familiar with dragons and work with them, that's how you can help your chakra levels. And just ask and they'll help, or anyone connected with the angel guides, the archangels. You bring them in to cleanse and clear your area so it can open up and heal. There's a big variety of things you can do, so I'll go in that tomorrow. I better get going. There's a live I gotta go check out. But thanks for listening. So I'll pull cards and do readings tomorrow and do more in depth if anybody wants questions or wants to know just about anything. Check out Typical Skeptic Podcast. I know, Puck, I'm sorry. I think you were banned from there for being too grumpy. I know that wasn't all your fault. I probably give you more benefit of the doubt than most because I understand you a bit more. Sorry about that. I can't do much about that. You kind of dug yourself that one. But if I could, I would. So, yeah, I'll just catch up with y'all tomorrow. Probably about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, I got to get some housework done and a lot of stuff done. But clear the area up really good and sage it and clear out all the lower energies. It's good to do that every day, too. That's an everyday practice that I should do every day, and I didn't do it because I was running out of time. I had an actual high upgrade this morning. A lot of energy coming in. The sun, there was more hard solar activity that I'm really sensitive to, and so it took a long time to get moving. I didn't get moving until I got up at 11 in the morning or 10, and I didn't even get moving until probably 2 in the afternoon because I just laid there and was watching stuff. It takes a while to integrate the energies. I mean, and that's why people are tired. That's why, let's see, tired. What are the other symptoms? Well, there's multiple symptoms going on that's actually connected to too much energy coming in, and your low vibrations isn't matching with the frequency, and that's why you're tired, you're fatigued, you need to sleep, and a lot of that too is not getting enough sleep because you're not grounded enough. I mean, there's multiple reasons going on, but you got to really work with everything, a little bit of everything, to try to figure it out. Don't just sit there and lounge about and be like, oh, try to be aware, ask questions, ask more people questions, try to, a lot of people will say a lot of it is within, it is, but at the same time, if you're having a hard time, don't be afraid to reach out and ask people too. Don't be afraid to say, because there's no such thing as a stupid question, and I cringe when I say that because sometimes it may come off as dumb. Who knows? But I keep perspectives wide open because there's multiple perspectives. So many people on multiple paths that don't quite understand what's going on. And I just want to assist in ways that others may understand better, or try to bring a different perspective in. I just want to clear things, maybe help each other understand what's going on with all the energy coming in. Since I'm sensitive to it, I can explain it sometimes a little easier, but at the same time, maybe I'm not. I guess it depends on your way of understanding things and how complicated it can seem to some people not aware, I guess. You just got to get aware. Help others wake up and say, because I'll randomly do this. I'll ask a stranger, like, Don't you feel kind of tired? Then I'll actually talk about energy out of nowhere and just mention it, and they'll stop and think about it a minute and go, "Oh yeah, that does kind of see." Don't be afraid to say something to somebody. Don't be afraid. The whole thing is no fear. Quit fearing things you don't understand. Quit fearing what people think of you. Quit fearing everything. Don't be afraid of what someone else thinks just because you know different information. And people that are fearful and reject you are just reflecting their insecurities because they don't understand what you're saying. And don't hold it personal. Don't get offensive. Hi, Marianne. Hello. I'm just trying to give some good advice before I leave. I keep saying I'm leaving, but you just caught me. Go ahead and rewind. And I'm just trying to enlighten others for new information. Try to broaden minds, and don't be afraid of things. Don't be afraid of people. We're all human regardless shades, regardless what we look like, regardless what we do. Some of us may be star seeds within. I think most of us actually are, and so many actually shut down because they're afraid. They got scared because so many people are. It's all good, great advice for me. We'll take it. Thank you. I mean, because I'm a fear releaser. That's what I do. I release everyone's fears. I'll work with you through your fear. I'll reflect it back at you. Higher level people, that's what tends to happen a lot. And people just fear what they don't understand. So start with them slowly. Just bring up something random. Get them to release it. See, I'm starting to realize that maybe the whole thing is people just being too opinionated about something others don't understand, and you kind of gotta take it back and realize it's not an ego trip. It's not, I know more information than this person, I'm higher level than this person. To a point you may be, but at the same time you have to take yourself down a notch and let people understand what you're talking about as well. You can't just sit there and say, oh well, blah 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 blah, tough. I mean, that defeats the purpose of us learning. That defeats the purposes of us trying to help others understand. If you're really a way shower, you will learn patience. You have the patience of a saint. I mean, literally. You have to work with what you can. You have to explain what you can when you can. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to hold the phone still. My hands are getting tired. Sorry. But it's all releasing fear, majority of it. Mind games. People playing mind games. If this person says do this and that, and you go, okay. And then this person wants you to pay $200 for a DNA activation kit when you could do it yourself. Come on now. Really? I'm not trying to give other people a hard time, but you really can do it within. It's all within. You have the power. It is your abilities, your choice, your body, your energy. You work with yourself. That's bottom line. If you can't sit there and unlock your own gifts yourself, you're not going to get much anywhere, because I mean those DNA kits can only do so much as well. If you're not ready, see, that's what I'm learning. It's almost like a training program. It really is. It's like a training simulation. If you're not ready for your gifts, you won't get them. If you're not ready, if you're not unlocking things, it's because you're not ready. Bottom line, seriously. And there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with not being ready. But are you willing to open your mind up further and understand how other people are trying to help and how others are explaining it for you to be ready? Sorry, my eye is just... And, it's like good synchronicities. I needed to hear that reinforced with power within thee. You're welcome. Because it really is. It's all right here. And that's what I don't want to come off as negative. I'm trying to be as positive as possible, but sometimes you just got to hear it. It's fine to get help, but if you're not doing your inner work, it's for nothing. Why would you sit there and just keep paying and paying? I kind of trying to be funny and be like, you can't buy your way into heaven. You really can't. It just don't work like that. You want to go through the training. You want to go through it and be stronger and stronger. It makes you stronger is what it does, because you have to be strong to open these gifts. Your gifts are strong. We are very powerful beings, and you need to hear this. You need to remember you are powerful. And I don't know, to be naive and realize, oh, I can just unlock this and I do that. There's multiple things. Your life, you're constantly going through turmoils. You're constantly going through trials. And that's to help you get through things. That's to clear you from negative energy. That's to clear you from, a lot of physical stuff you do is actually helping your spiritual. It's one and the same thing. And it comes down with clearing your body out, eating food healthy. And then sometimes you're just transmuting through the bad energy in the food and turning it into good. It's a lot of balance. It's learning balance within yourself and clearing out enough and healing it to get past it. I mean, and then there's shadow work. Shadow work for me is very spooky. I will kid you not, because I can feel everything but can't see it. In a way, it's teaching me extreme discernment. But for some people, it may be extremely difficult because of that. But don't let it hold you back. It's a pull. Realize you are protected. Call on your protection. Call on your help. Use it. Use it when you need it. Don't forget it. You're working on the shadow work too? See? It is not hard. You literally are going into inner earth. You are going within yourself. Inner earth, connected to yourself within. Deep. And a lot of that is connecting to, could be multiple things, from healing past trauma to actually collecting a soul fragment. You are doing multiple things in that work. And you may not remember all of it because of it being like that. But that's so that you don't retain the trauma of learning it either. I think that's why we actually forget. I think some of it is helping you forget. Wow, I have a spider crawling on my windshield. It's all over the place, wondering why he's here. That's hilarious. It looks like it's on my car. That's trippy. But honestly, seeing the spider's not at all negative either. He's listening to me. Hi! Talk about distractions. He's like, you're disturbing my peace. I can hear you. The AI spiders are the ones concerned about. He's just sitting there looking at me. That's so weird. Really? And it looked like he waved at me, really. That's hilarious. I turned the camera, but I don't want to glitch my stuff out. That is so funny. Weavers of our own web. Yes, see? We create our reality. So if you sit in a negative space, then you're going to be negative. You're going to have negative problems. So the point of being positive no matter what, or come up with more positive solutions, is breaking that cycle. It's breaking that negative cycle you keep putting yourself in. I'm going to keep looking now. It's so funny. Hi. You want to help and add information? Am I speaking truth? Am I speaking good stuff? Yeah? Okay. He agrees. Well, because in my dream, I used to have a bad experience with spider people, supposedly, but I don't think it was bad. I actually thought it was my pet. I thought it was my friend. And it was this thing big as a dog. I wasn't scared of it, but I was leery. I was like, I don't know. I had my guard up, but I wasn't scared. I was willing to work with it and figure out what it was. Because there's a lot of things that disguise themselves too and use illusions. It may not have even been a spider. It might have been someone putting up a defense mechanism, thinking it, trying to put something up that you might be scared of. I mean, it's all getting through fears, really, and getting past that negative energy. And if you sit there in a negative way, you're not going to get very far. That's the point. So all these people doing negative things to people, it's just ridiculous. It's pretty much it's thought control between ET devices and AI doing its crap. And there's frequencies to remove all that. You can play. I have like let's see, Dr. Vital Empowerment has a frequency that literally removes nanobots. I play that a lot. Keep all the nano stuff out of my house. It clears a lot of stuff. There's a lot that he does. It's really good if you want to look him up. I don't know how to spell it offhand, but I'm sure you could find it on YouTube looking it up. Dr. D, just the DR dot and Vital Empowerment. And there's another one that works extremely well. It's really a high-pitched, really poopy frequency, but I'm like, oh, hey, more the better. It gets rid of everybody else, too. They got attachments by. It works for people, too. Just saying. Hey, you'll clear the whole room, not just yourself. Oh, that's awesome. See? It's a process, man. It takes a while. You can't just buy stuff all the time and expect it to go away. You have to work it. Inner work is so important. You got to do it yourself. It's great for assistance and advice if you don't know how to do it, but then practice it yourself. Don't be afraid to reach out and do it. I mean, I work with dragons. You know how... See, I have a dragon I can feel right here. There's one actually sitting here on my chest right here, protecting my heart chakra. They're my shield through all of my stuff. They help me filter and transmute through all my energies. They're still there looking at me in the same spot, transfixed. That's synchronicities, yeah. I know I keep reading that too while I look. I keep thinking it's going to walk away. It don't. Huh. Oh, I'm not scared of it. It's just kind of funny. It's just sitting there hunkered down like he's listening. I know he's not a threat because all my dragons would be at it already, giving it a hard time. He's being entertained by me. Dude, when I go to leave, though, you might want to not be there. Just suggestion. Now I can speak to spiders. Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, insects are actually supposed to be are part of Gaia as well, and so maybe I'm just connecting to the spiders. Well, because there's a few that I know that can connect to moths, and I even had a lunar moth, I kid you not, land in my work area, which ended up kind of in a poopy way, but I hope it made it, because it fell in the part of its wing got in some chemicals, so I'm not sure if it made it, but hopefully it did. But it was crawling all over me. It was like helping me with my energies. I was having a real bad attack. I was having like these weird dimensional things, and I honestly think it's because of a curse. It wasn't someone directly cursed me. It was like a death curse. And so I played a frequency to remove it and cancel it. And we have the power. And see, this is what I don't understand. This is confusing part. If we're the generation curse breakers, why are people cursing us? That makes no sense. How does that make sense if we're curse breakers and we talk all about it and people are, this generation are supposed to be like the ancestral curse breakers. So why are people cursing you? It makes no sense. That's confusing. That means we're highly protected. Don't forget how protected you are. And don't let dark witches get to you. Don't let dark stuff get to you. I mean, We're here for a reason to get through all that. When people send it at you, I just thought of that. That's kind of silly. If we're, and it's like we reflect it and send it back instantly. And what others don't understand is when you're sitting there worried about other people, and getting concerned, the more you worry about somebody else, and I gotta learn to let go of it too. I'm just gonna let it go and let it do its thing. Source will take care of it. Because what they're doing is kind of ironically funny. Because if you're stuck in something, so are they. If you get attached to some bad crap, they gotta go through it too. That's what they don't understand. All that crap that you go through is gonna reflect back to them, and they'll get it tenfold. Yep. That's how energy works. You want to be entangled with somebody? Well, then you got to deal with their mess too. I don't really feel like dealing with someone else's mess. They can fix it themselves. So I'm just going to take my energy back. That's what calling your energy back does. You keep your energy all the time with you. If you notice some negative stuff happening and too much going on, you call that energy back and you be like, nope. Because your energy is yours and yours only. It is accustomed to your DNA. It is frequency tuned to your body only. Nobody can actually take someone else's energy permanently, And if it's without consent, there's consequences. There's consequences for everything negative done to someone really positive. If you're sitting there doing your positive thing and someone really negative comes at you, it'll reflect right back to them. And that's probably a lesson they need to learn too. So I try not to get suckered into too many people doing negative stuff. I know I tend to, and then on a tangent, and then they pull me back. So it's hard, but you got to do it. Don't let people sucker you into anything. I think that's where a lot of us don't understand how powerful we can be, and our thoughts travel. Our thoughts get in time. Suddenly, you can pick up someone's thoughts, and you don't realize it. Because we can actually read people's thoughts. Someone randomly popped in my head. I'm like, why am I thinking about this? And they said, oh my God, I was thinking that. So we really are telepathic. And I think that's why we can't be telepathic until you clear your surroundings. You have to clear your energy. You have to clear your thoughts and be mindful of your thoughts. That's the whole point. And you have to use your thought from your heart. That's the whole point, clearing out your chakra system, is so you can clearly think without attachments, without any bad energy, and have a pure thought, and then you can communicate with someone telepathically easier. And I think the reason we can't is because of all this negative thoughts running all over the place. So many things creating negative thoughts. So many things try to make you be negative. If you see it from a different perspective, you're realizing that people are forcing their will on you, and that's not right. That's like against the law of one. That's against universal law to actually force your stuff on other people. It comes back on you. So that's why people are so negative, because they can't sit there and just relax, calm down, find your center, and communicate clearly, communicate properly, and quit letting everybody reflect all your stuff against you. You got to clear that up and focus. If you sit there in a negative way all the time, you won't get very far. And that's why. And that's why they want us to be mad at each other. And it's actually not about duality. That's the problem we're having, is the duality. The problem is we are all one within. You cleanse and heal that shadow. You bring it in and you heal it. You make it a part of you. Don't fight against that duality. You are still that person. It's just a different type of energy. I think it's part of our soul fracture, and us healing that, bringing them all together and be one, so it's not duality. If that makes sense. Hopefully that's making sense to some of you. Because in order to get past all these blocks and get past all this stuff, you got to be able to be one with yourself. And the duality is what's bringing us apart. The constant separation of oneself is being mad at this person. And I was sitting there going, why do I have to be mad at this person? Why are you telling me to be mad at this person? It makes no bloody sense. It doesn't. It makes no freaking sense. And I just came off with a funny accent there. I must be channeling in somebody. Yeah, someone's trying to talk with me. Oh, thanks to you for the validation. Sometimes I go off on a tangent and I don't know if anyone quite understands it. But it's all actually one. We're all connected. We're all one. So why would you sit there and let all this negative separate us all? And I mean that, and becoming one with yourself is being able to accept your insecurities, accept everything about you, and understand everyone else is doing the same thing. Everyone else is just afraid of themselves. They're afraid of what's within and having a hard time letting go. And so we're constantly reflecting ourselves against other people. See, if you see it from that perspective, maybe that will help other people understand more of what's going on. You know what I mean? You got to see things from an alternative way. You can't always be hitting the wall and being like, well, why can't I get past this block? Well, because you got to get past your way of thinking. And that's the challenge. You have to break the human conditioning system. It's a human conditioning tool. You have to break it. You have to stop being the usual. You have to be unusual. You have to be your authentic self. And negativity ruins our mood. Oh, definitely, yes. And think about it. And that's what I had to learn, since I sense everybody's energy. Why am I being negative? Oh, listen to that person. That's why I'm picking up his energy. See? You're picking up other people's energies too. And that's why it's good to clear yourself. Because, see, I don't think a lot of people understand the sage. And clearing of negative energy isn't just for entities. It's not just for beings. It's not just for things negatively affecting you. It's for other people's thoughts that are seeping into your energy field. You're picking up what everybody else is thinking. If they're having a bad day, that's why when I have a bad day, I try to reel it in. I'll release it in a more positive way, or vent it out somewhere away from everybody. Vent out away from people. So you're not giving that negative energy to somebody else. Because I don't think people are understanding the power we have within us affects other people. We're literally creating our own negative, crappy environment. And this brings me to my final point, and then I gotta go. Oh, yeah, see? Clearing every time. That's great. And I'm going to end on this final note. Oh, shoot. I had it there, then I lost it. Oh, God, it was really important. Shoot, too many. See, I channel a lot, and I got all these dragons around that channel through beings that want to talk through the dragons and all sorts of stuff. So sometimes I go off on a tangent. And then I got to reel it back in myself. Focus. I was really on a roll, too. But no, what was it? Oh, shoot. Something about... I gotta reread that. Okay. Clearing everything. Then it connected. I'm gonna have to retrace, and yes, I'm gonna repeat myself. Unscribed is best script. Seriously, yeah. Unscripted, exactly. Make your own. Make it your own. And that's what I tell people. When's the last time you had a thought completely by yourself? When have you had your own individual thought? When have you used your own intuitive discernment to decide what you do? Why do you listen to someone say this and you do it? Why? That's not you, that's them. You got to break from that habit and be your own authentic self. And that's what that's what I was getting at. My glasses are like sideways and look funny. That's hilarious. I'd probably bent them at work. Maybe I have to get new ones. Or go completely different and get contacts. That'd be a tripper. I see, I'm learning to let everything go and start completely brand new. And that's why I'm cleaning out my house. I'm throwing a lot of stuff away. I declutter. And that's another thing. Your physical affects your spiritual. That's what I wanted to say. So I spend extra time working on my spiritual and cleansing it and clearing my area when I would save half the effort if I were to just clean my house a little more frequently and get it in check. Not saying I'm dirty, but the basics, keeping things picked up more, have it more organized. If you're organized, your spiritual side is organized. It's one and the same. It's like when I push myself harder physically, more physically during high energies, to get that energy worked in, the stronger you are. The fitter you are physically, the stronger you are spiritually. There. It's one and the same. It's all one. You have to be, you know what I mean? I'm getting at, you have to really bring the two together more, because we're all one. So when you're clearing your spiritual, you're clearing out what you eat too. I mean, be more mindful of your cooking. So use more herbs, seasonings, more healing herbs in your food. Cleanse and clear out that yucky energy. And even just sprinkling it with some pink Himalayan sea salt while you're cooking will break up that crappy energy too and help you transmute it through your own body as well. I mean, half of our healing problem is unlocking that transmutation process through our bodies and spirit. Once you unlock that, you can transmute through your food better and get more energy out of it. That's why, actually, once you remove all that, you can heal actually a lot faster. And I mean, I'm 42, and I look way better than I used to a couple years ago, actually. I look younger than I used to a couple years ago. I mean, it's because I've been taking care of myself. I've been healing everything. I've been removing crap from my life that I don't need. I've been learning to let more things go. Clear them blocks. Clear it all out. When someone says I can't do it, I do it. I mean, within reason. If someone says I can't do something, you know what, Dane Skip, you're going to show them I can do it. Oh, now I know why he's on my windshield. You're welcome. I provided him with a snack. I hit a bug. And he's eating the bug on the stuff from the bug on my windshield. Thank you for clearing my windshield. I appreciate it. And that works. See? You gotta help from little things you never knew you could. Just be more mindful of things. Not everything is negative when it comes off negative. There's always a different version of something. Oh yeah, that's that too. There's many versions of different entities and different beings. I mean, you can't possibly fathom how many different beings they are. And our negative energy clouds our mind, so we can't see what they really are. We're in a deep, dark, dense place. And how you lighten that up by trying to see the truth in everything. Try to see the truth in a shadow maybe it's a shadow because it's hidden from you because you can't see it properly yet. Maybe there's a cleansing process you have to achieve in order to clear it. Maybe you have to cleanse a part of yourself within in order to understand what you're looking at. I mean, there's definitely way more to some beings than you think. Not all of them are negative. Oh, good night. Thank you for stopping in. So just remember, not everything is necessarily negative. Be bold. Dare to see past what you think you're seeing and look a little further. And remember, you're always protected. There's always something there to help you. You can call on whatever your beings you work with. Connect to your guides. Call on whoever you need for that safety net and power through it. Change your perspective a little bit. Try to feel it out. Check through the energies. You got this. All right, everyone. You guys have a good night. I got to get going. And don't forget to stop in tomorrow when I go live. I usually just go live randomly when I have a second. I try to plan it out, but sometimes I just do it, and I got to do them more often, too. Thank you. If I can figure out how to, like... Okay. Toodaloo.